and training German Shepherds for police work. It was during this time that she saw something astonishing in Germany. Dogs were being trained to become new eyes for veterans who had lost their sight in the First World War. Mrs. Eustace was so impressed by the skill of these dogs and by the confidence of their blind owners that she wrote an article about her experience. It was published in the Saturday Evening Post under the title, "The Seeing Eye." Millions read the article, but the story could have ended right there if not for Morris Frank, a college student and insurance salesman from Nashville, Tennessee. Blind since the age of 16, Frank wrote to Mrs. Eustace explaining that he would do anything for one of these dogs. She invited him to her home in Switzerland, where he became the first blind American to regain his independence through the help of a dog guide. His success led to a bold idea, an American school that would teach blind people how to achieve the same degree of independence as those with normal sight.
We rely on the generosities of others, either in terms of dedicating their time as a volunteer, as a puppy raiser, or in other capacities, or dedicating financial resources to us so that we can do our mission. I think.
All right, pretty cool stuff. I mean, that is a huge piece of history, and that happened on January 29th in 1929. So on this very day, big things happening. So today I'm excited for our guest to talk all things Chamber and Muscatine. I have Erik Reader with me today from the Chamber of Commerce. And thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
TGI funner.
I know, it's funner. Funner day at work. Hopefully everybody is having a lot of fun. Now that you guys know, you have to celebrate. It's a national holiday, so
I guess it's mandatory now.
It's mandatory, yeah. And I let you all know here, so there's no excuses. You have to have fun. So, Chamber. So you have been here for has it been a year now?
Just over a year.
Yeah. It doesn't.
12 months.
It's been quite the year.
Yeah, not the year anybody anticipated, but it's been good nonetheless.
Yep.
And it's been a great kind of recharge for us at the Chamber. So every year, we try to set out with new initiatives and try to make an impact here in the community. This year, no different, but takes a little bit of a different turn. Making sure that, like you said, the employees working at the workplaces here in town can have fun amidst some not fun times.
Yes.
And then also from the small business side of things, being able to help support them and hopefully be able to come out into 2021 and really kind of be stronger than where we were to start. So.
Yeah, I love that if this whole thing gave us one thing as businesses, I think it's really made us get outside of our box.
Right.
We've had to try new things, maybe things that we put off forever and ever, like that new website or a way to meet, remotely, or how do we get to our customers that can't come to us?
Right.
I mean, it's really made us jump outside that box, jump way outside some of our boxes. So I think that's been really good for businesses, both big and small, here locally and just, around the world.
Yeah, no, it forces you to adapt.
Yeah.
And for us, unfortunately, the thing that we do is get people out of the box and out of their comfort zone through a lot of social events and networking and creating those connections in the community that oftentimes it's easier to just kind of stay in your shop or at home or at your desk. But we've had to adapt, evolve, and grow as well. And we'd love to be able to come back and have some fun events at some point here coming up. But
hopefully
during
soon.
the meantime, it's still trying to find new ways to get across digitally, which doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon.
Yeah. So one of the things that I've noticed in the last year that kind of I think has been a big thing that the Chamber's done is the Make It Muscatine stuff.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about like where that came from and what your goals are with Make It Muscatine.
So just kind of a marketing campaign and to restore some pride here in the community. For year in, year out, you can get complacent and you can just say, oh, well, that business has been there and I'd like to go try something new somewhere else.
Yep.
But with kind of the stay-at-home orders that were in place there was a good time to launch a spring staycation, celebrate our chamber members, our businesses here locally, and be able to, I guess, reintroduce people to some of the great things that are going on with those businesses. So It's not only we want you to live here and make it Muscatine, to work here, to learn here, but to stay and play as well. So
Yeah.
all aspects, you can have a lot of good memories made here. So we
Yeah.
encourage everybody, get out, see the place a little bit differently than maybe what they had in years past.
Yeah, so recently we started putting the Make It Muscatine article
Yep.
in the paper. And this is both for new businesses that may be chamber members or businesses that have been here for years and years. But it's a way to kind of like you said, reintroduce these businesses to people who either are new to town or have been here forever. And maybe, like you said, it's like, oh, I want to try something new. Well, so many of these businesses, even if they've been here for years, are doing new things that you should go try. Or maybe you didn't even realize they did those things in the first place.
Right.
So the article has been really fun, and I actually have a picture of the article from this week's paper, just so you can kind of recognize. But each week it's featuring a different business, and kind of just goes a little bit deeper so that you can get to know what's in our town, you know, what's out there, really, because we get in our routines and we have this, you know, if you work here but you don't live here, you have that one route that you take, and you don't know what else is out there. And I mean, I live in town and I have that one route I take, you know, and so sometimes you don't see those new businesses pop up or the changes that some of them are making. So it's cool. It's a cool way to kind of give that business kind of a little bit of space in the paper to just really tell people what they're up to.
And that's the important thing. It's kind of their story. And for us, it's been an awesome partnership with Discover Muscatine, being able to feature those businesses weekly. It allows them to tell their story. They're passionate about what they do, and you can see that the businesses here in town, it's such a wide variety of things that you know, you may have driven past it on your way to work, but you've always wondered what is that, or who is that behind the business. So this allows them to get out in front, tell a little bit about themselves and their story, and those little connections, again, it makes our community stronger.
Yeah. Even, you know, those businesses that maybe don't have a storefront that you drive by, like I loved a couple weeks ago when it was Letters by Elliot. Well, she doesn't necessarily have a storefront that you might see when you're driving by, but it's an amazing business here in town that, you know, everybody should know about. There's so many different ways that you can use that service that she offers. So very cool. So we all kind of want to know. There's been some things, obviously, that we've seen pop up, but what are the plans for this coming year from the Chamber? Do you have some projects coming up, or?
So you touched on it a little bit there. We have a lot of great businesses that are here in Muscatine. So our job at the Chamber is to help sell Muscatine. Back in 1944, when all this was created, there was an article in the newspaper that says we're selling Muscatine. And so our charge is to be able to create that value, provide that that thing for our members that makes them feel like, wow, okay, I'm getting that exposure that I need, that maybe I can't reach those people or that customer. So through some of the connections that we've had with business after hours, different events, and then also a lot of the promotional campaigns that we've been running. There's been the spring staycation, which I mentioned, which was a gift card giveaway. Meet the Merchants, which was a retail focus. Muscatine Ingredients, which was a restaurant focus. There's more things to come because we've got wellness, home services, a whole bunch of different things that will help get you kind of reacclimated or more aware of what's happening here in Muscatine.
Reintroduced to your own town.
Exactly, and it's important because there are so many different things, noise, you might say, just different things that get in the way that might take you away from what is the good things that are happening here in town. So it's important, you know, even if they're small and they don't have a storefront or haven't been around for 20, 30 years, to be able to bring that to the forefront and try to create those connections again. So hopefully, you know, late spring, summer, or fall, whenever it happens, we can all kind of get back together safely, do those things, and re-energize our business community. But in the meantime, there's a lot of fun ways that we can help out with some of that. There is going to be a Takeout Tuesday event. If you're a Facebook follower of GMCCI, that's the Chamber's handle. Pay attention to that. We are doing some chamber dollar giveaways. So
Ooh.
take pictures. If you go out and take out on a Tuesday from one of our members, it could be the Hy-Vee Market Grille, for instance.
Yep.
Take a picture of that, share it with us, and then you could be entered
Nice.
as a chance to win, and then be able to go out and buy more things here locally.
Yeah.
So some fun stuff.
Yeah, and not only can you win, I mean, everybody loves a good giveaway, but also when you post pictures and you put those good reviews out there for businesses when you're visiting them, whether it's the first time or the 100th time that you're visiting them, that is what brings in new customers for those places and keeps those businesses thriving. And so I always try to be mindful and do that when I'm out and about. Like, oh, you know, I've never wrote a review for them, and I really love this place. Those are the things that drive that business, you know, and make them thrive in our community and have them so that they can stay here and be successful. So I always encourage that. But I mean, everybody loves a good giveaway, so that's encouraging as well if you want to win some chamber dollars. Speaking of chamber dollars, some people might not know what chamber dollars are. What is a chamber dollar?
So it is actually a check, not a dollar, but it is actual currency.
Yep.
So we've created the Chamber Dollar program. It's been in existence for about 20 years.
Yep.
This last year has been a wild success. 2020, I think, had $67,000 worth of chamber dollars that were created and circulated to about, I think it's about 300 different chamber member businesses.
That's
so
awesome.
All shapes and sizes, but what it is if somebody comes in and says, hey, I'd like to buy a chamber dollar as a gift for Ashley, and I want to do it in $25, $50, $100 increments.
Yep.
So we create that check, and then we give that to you, and you're free to spend it in the community. So if you wanted to stop by, again, Hy-Vee, make a grocery purchase, it works just like cash. And so if say your groceries came out to $100 even, if you hit that magic mark, you can just pay with a chamber dollar check. So it's a great incentive, and it keeps money local. So that's an important thing. And again, to what your comment was of leaving reviews, shopping local, and making it Muscatine, that's that whole thing. It connects back. So we want to make sure that those dollars stay here in town.
Yeah, I actually love that as a gift idea. I mean, we're always like hunting for like, okay, which place should I get that gift card to? I mean, do they like this restaurant or that restaurant or this store? And this kind of makes it easy because they can use it at, you know, whatever their need is at the time, whether it be groceries or if they want to go down and shop at one of the, you know, local shops downtown. So it's very cool. If you guys don't know about chamber dollars, very cool gift to get, and a conversation starter for some people that don't know what they are, you know, a unique gift.
Exactly.
So, so I've noticed downtown some signs that are on the sidewalk.
Can't miss them.
Yeah, you can't miss them. They're bright white, and so what's that all about? What are those signs that people are seeing downtown?
So again, last year's been very challenging for businesses, and we know that just as well as the small business owner themselves. So this particular program, it's a curbside pickup signage program. So that's why you see the big signs. But it is to reserve a parking space in front of a business there, and that's any downtown restaurant. It doesn't have to be a chamber member, but it is a partnership that we have with the city of Muscatine to allow where there are meters or even where there aren't meters to have a reserved space. We all know there's a lot of good things in downtown, but there's not always 50 parking spaces in front of every shop. So this is a way to designate that space and make it a little easier, especially now where we have snow piled up. Unfortunately, to have a nice clear space and access to that storefront makes it a little bit easier for the consumer. It might just be, you know, grabbing some tacos or some barbecue or something.
Right, it's very cool. And like we said, you can't miss these signs. So if you have a takeout Tuesday, then you can find one of those signs and be able to park right there and get your takeout. And it is nice that you don't have to worry about, okay, where am I going to park and how am I going to get inside? And places like Avenue Subs who, you know, they're bringing your food right out to you. So it's really nice that that space is available for people to do that, for not only the people that are picking the food up, but also for that business to kind of have, I guess, peace of mind that their customers are going to have a place to go. So I loved when I saw those popping up, and I think it really helped some of those downtown restaurants that.
Yeah, no, they've, like we were talking about earlier, they've evolved their business models, and Avenue Subs is a great example where the two spaces in front of their restaurant just constantly turn over with new customers, and they're running out to the cars, taking orders, and handing out subs and soups. So it's worked out perfectly there.
Yeah. So speaking of downtown, our downtown is like, I feel like it's really starting to like boom. It's starting to blossom again.
It is.
And new shops are popping up, and you know, the murals, and like it's bright, and it seems like you see more people down there than in the years past. So how do you guys feel about that? I mean, it really is, right? I'm not just imagining that. There are new businesses popping up, and
no, so as a new resident in town, living here for the last 12 months, I noticed moving into town that there's been a lot of investment. You know, the Merrill Hotel is a fine example. But a lot of the new shops that have been opening within the last 2-3 years. This past summer there was the streetscape project, which should be completed this year. So in our world, construction's a good thing. So that's going to be a nice investment to clean up the streetscape for the rest of 2nd Street. But then there is a lot of interest. People are looking to start new restaurants, new boutiques. So that's refreshing for us to see. You never know what's going to come out of doom and gloom. And it's been really impressive. Some resilience with the businesses that are there. It has brought people back together, and I think it's going to be fun to see. We've got some new promotions coming up, some commerce-driven events, whether it's shop hops, restaurant weeks, and things like that. That'll kind of be sprinkled in throughout the year to help get people out every month.
I mean, I loved. So even like the holiday stroll this year, it was very different than what we've experienced in the past for the holiday stroll, but it still happened nonetheless. It looked different, but it still happened, which is the important part. And it was so fun to see the bodies moving down, you know, down the streets and visiting all those shops, and, you know, like the new, like Urban Farmhouse, and getting to visit them, and to see those new places popping up, or even, you know, Feather Your Nest downtown, and to really take a minute to go visit those places and shop locally for those Christmas presents. But it's booming, guys. So if you have, I mean, I think we all kind of, it's sad to say, but in past years we started, like, I mean, we didn't even think of it as a place to go shopping on, you know, a Friday or Saturday.
Well, come on, Ashley. That's why we want you to make it Muscatine.
I know. And so now it's exactly, now that, I mean, more things are popping up, and you can truly make an afternoon of walking down 2nd Street and, you know, going over and having a burger and visiting Urban Farmhouse around the corner. And it's starting to really pick up and make it a place that people can come and spend the afternoon going from shop to shop. Like, I remember it like when I was younger, when we used to visit. So that feels really cool as like a lifelong community member to see that turning around again.
Restoring that vibrancy is a huge part of what we're looking at for the next couple years to come. If you look back at old historic pictures, which, you know, the library has some great archives there, and you're like, wow, I wish we could have that. And really what it is just a lot of different shops, a good business mix, people out on the streets walking around. It's not just perfect weather, so it's all those things that if you can make a day or a night of it or a weekend of it, it's going to be even more exciting to come. And when you shop downtown, when you go there and you visit those businesses, I mean, you're going to be waited on by the owner of those businesses. The service is just a totally different experience when you shop locally with a small business. And I want everybody to start experiencing that again, and to realize that downtown really is turning that corner where, I mean, every single, you know, block that you go down, there are several businesses that you'll want to visit and stop in, and it just feels cool to be a part of that and kind of see that transformation starting again, and just the new restaurants that have popped up, and it's very cool. It's fun to be a part of that renaissance, and I think even some of the other corridors around town, there's some good plans for those in store as well. So I know people get frustrated that there's lane reductions or
Yes.
signs up saying you have to go a different way, but that's because
It's
there's a lot of good
stuff.
things coming.
Yeah, yeah.
So be patient.
Yes, be patient, and construction doesn't happen overnight, and it means good things. It means there's investment back into our town, and that that we're turning that corner, that we're making those improvements so that we can bring in more businesses and have more people visiting, and that's a great thing for our town. So even though it's frustrating for a month or two or however long, when you have to change that route to work or something, it means good things are coming. So I like that. So the Chamber, if you want to stay up to date on all the stuff that the Chamber's doing, Facebook's a great way. You guys are active on Facebook. If that's your thing, check out the website and get in on some of these giveaways. Even though it's a lot more virtual stuff going on, they've been active and there have been different things. So if you want to stay, you want to make it Muscatine, you want to be involved in all of this, a great way to do that is to follow them on Facebook, or make sure that you continue to check in on the website and find out what events are happening and what ways you can kind of support the community and also have a really good time, maybe even win some prizes. Some
goodies.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming on.
Appreciate it.
I look forward to digging in more. I mean, I think the Chamber ambassadors are going to come on and we can learn a little bit about that. But I think even reintroducing the Chamber to people and all of the things that happen within that building is super important, because the more we can be connected and the more we know about our resources in Muscatine, the better for everyone. So I'm looking forward to that. I appreciate you coming. I know on a Friday, but it's fun at work Friday.
Hey,
so at least, yes. I do have to ask you, every day we play some kind of game, and we're going to switch it up today because it's National Puzzle Day. And I will not lie, I opened this before you came, and I was not good at it. So I don't really have an up on you, other than I found out that I'm not good at this.
I did see age 8+, so I know I'll fail at it.
Yes, exactly. It's like, are you smarter than a first grader? What was that show?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what's the answer to that?
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not. I know this because I try to help my daughter with she's a 4th grader, and I try to help her with math, and I'm like, what are you doing? What's happening?
Perfect.
All right. Cheater!
Done.
You have to first undo it to
Here,
to
I'll
redo
read
it.
the directions. Just pull it out of the box.
And it's
completely
done.
put together.
Yes, perfect. So I cannot figure out, I don't know about you guys, but these puzzles, my things always, I can't, I know where they should go, but I can never actually get them to the right spot without dropping another piece. So
without the picture or without seeing this, I would not have known that this is what it's supposed to look like.
That's what it's supposed to look like. So we'll see if we can get there. How long do you think it's going to take to get there? Can we do it in 30 seconds, a minute? What do you think? It's tough. I don't know. All right. Let's see.
Go.
Go.
No, it was a lot easier when it was put together.
Agreed. Agreed.
It's not even close. I don't even... There's got to be some 8-year-olds here in the store that can help out.
Right? Crap. No.
No. I'll just create a new...
We're going to create a whole new...
Perfect.
Perfect! You're the
Just
winner! Ah, crap.
It kind of reminds me of Lincoln Logs, but...
Yeah!
I used to rock that back in the day.
I mean, I got this. I don't know. This is bad. Oh, crap. How do I get the other point? I don't know what to do. Okay.
I can't even get the bottom row.
Right? Oh my gosh. This is hard. How much time have we spent already?
Too much time.
45? Ah, crap.
I don't know what happened there. That's something. That's
Oh gosh. Crap. How does this go? What is happening? Oh gosh. Oh, I think I'm onto something.
I just keep moving around. It's the same. It's the same not finished puzzle.
Okay. I feel like I'm onto something here. Am I? This is what I'm talking about, guys. I feel like I know what I'm doing, and then I can't hold it all together. Oh gosh. Okay, okay. Oh gosh, how do I get this one in though? Without breaking the whole thing.
I've sliced it 7 ways and it's not the same.
Oh my gosh. So close. This is horrible. This is so hard. It's supposed to be for 8-year-olds.
It provides an instant mental workout. It sure does.
I'm like, I just need this one to get in there.
It's got some French, but that's not instructions.
Okay, I'm gonna, come on. This is so hard. Why is
It's not Play-Doh. I don't think you're supposed to mash it.
Like, I know it goes there. Why won't it go there? I don't know. I feel like this is really hard. So close.
I think that
We'll just call
the
it
video you played earlier, they had some better ideas.
Yeah, this is not fun. This is
prank
stressful.
your coworkers.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
It's,
Yeah. This is hard, you guys. You should come get this and see if you can do it. I don't know.
It's the
It's
agony
hard.
of defeat.
It's, ugh. Well, I mean, we tried.
Hey.
We put in the effort. Well, I am so glad that you guys all joined us today. Thank you for joining me on the show. I hope that you learned something new about Muscatine. If not, that you can go and take out on Tuesday and maybe win a prize, that the downtown is booming, that you could find out information about local businesses and discover Muscatine every single week. One of those things, take that away with you today and find a way to support somebody local this weekend.
Yep, make their day.
Good goal, yeah. You are making someone's day when you shop local. So thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a good weekend. And until Monday, when I see you, I hope that you remember that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.
TJ Deere here at Toyota Muscatine, and this is what it feels like to have a brand new Toyota.
It's the new car smell.
It's the new stories.
It's the new adventure.
It's the memories.
Come and see us for your 2020 Toyota.